It's showtime. Welcome to High Vibrational Events Presents Conversations with C, where we chat with spiritual thought leaders from around our world and beyond. My amazing guest today is Mental Medium Susan Morris. Susan Morris is joining us from Ireland. She was my guest several years ago on my last show, where she brought in the past loved ones of a few people. It was incredible. And so I want you to please join me in welcoming Susan and anybody that else from the other side that wants to join her today. Welcome, Susan.
Thank you. Meagan, before we start, I'm just after realizing something. I'm doing this through StreamYard, but the comments, will I see any comments that come up, or will I also get it up on my phone? Would that be better through Facebook as well, if there's comments or anything like that?
You should be able to see the comments on the right-hand side of the screen when I see.
Okay, so if they come up, that should be, if not,
you can also have a second device on if you want to.
I think I might do that just in case. I'm sorry now, because I shut that 2 seconds ago.
Totally fine. Take your time, do your thing. I'm just gonna.
Oh, there you are. There, I can see you. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So I'll just lower it down here.
So we're live on YouTube.
Now, my dear. So I can see somebody has commented, so I have somebody's name there, so I can see it on this, and anyway, so we're fine.
Hi, Deb. Welcome, Debs. Debs is here. Yay. All right. So do you see it on the screen as well?
Oh, yeah, I see it. Hi, Debs. Isn't that great? Now I can see it. Just double checking just to make sure I'm able to see. That's fine.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And if you want to use your phone too, that's cool also.
Perfect.
Whenever I'm talking to somebody or I address somebody, I'll bring them onto the screen. If there's someone that you're working with, then I will. That's another thing. We can, if you would like, if you feel drawn, I can invite the person that you're, like if you're connecting with somebody and you have their past loved one or whatever, I can invite them on the screen with us if they want to. All right.
Brilliant. I like the sound of that. We'll see how we go and we'll see who we're drawn to, and see how it goes. Hello, Elizabeth. I can see that there. Brilliant.
All mediums, by the way. We have. I love that. I love that.
These are mediums as well. So Elizabeth, is it?
Yeah.
Oh wow, brilliant.
And Debs is also. She studies trance with me, and in Debbie Charlton's class.
Wow. So this is good. So it's like a little union of mediumship here, mediums with each other. So it's nice. So
So let's start off by, can I just start off by asking you some questions and we'll roll from there? If you guys are here, say something, say hello in the comments. And because if somebody's here for you, Susan will just let you know. All right.
Yeah.
So you guys start talking, because if you don't, then we just need that. We need
the more action we have and the more interaction as well in the chats normally kind of builds up that energy in anyway. So I'm hoping if that energy is built, then they'll get my attention, and then I can kind of tap in and kind of pass some messages.
Excellent. Looking forward to that. So I thought it would be an interesting idea for me to ask AI some questions, if I could find what I just asked. Come on now. Where are they? Okay. Thanks a bunch, AI. Oh. No worries. Okay. So much for that idea. Oh, wait. Wow. You have a lot of people saying hi. Okay. So Lynn Burgess. Hello, Lynn. Welcome. She says, hello, ladies.
Hello,
John Mullen.
Yeah. Hello, Catherine and Janice. I need glasses. I can't really see the names, but I am seeing them popping in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very nice.
Catherine Beardsley. Hello, ladies. So nice to visit with you. Thank you for your time. Kimmy Siegel, hello, and sharing out. Thank you so much, Kimmy. Oh, make sure I'm sure you did already. Share it to my group, but thank you. I'm just reminding. Hello. You guys are all amazing. So glad you're here. So hi, Bonnie. Hello. So feel free to ask questions. Hello, Sandaya. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. That's a beautiful name, though. And Janice Ann waving back. All right. So let's start here. Okay. I know I interviewed you several years ago, and that was amazing. And that video is still on YouTube. So I don't want to go into like your whole past, because they can watch the other video for that.
Absolutely.
But if you want to just give us a little bit of a heads up about, the kind of mediumship that you do, and, just a bit about yourself in the now, that would be awesome. Because
I still do the mental mediumship. So a lot of it is still one-to-one. I suppose readings for psychic readings and mediumship. To be honest, that's the most popular thing. Still is the most popular thing with me. I suppose I have branched out. I'm not sure whether this wasn't going on then, I suppose, when we had that interview, but I have branched out and using the spirit table, which is more of a physical side of things, which is fantastic.
Oh,
So
cool.
people kind of get the feel, the energy of spirit, and they kind of see, I suppose, how they can manipulate and move things and work with physical items. So that's amazing. And
So you're doing physical mediumship now too.
I love the physical side, but even when I do a workshop, Megan, I'm always asking people, do you want to do a workshop just on physical, kind of build that side? The more we practice with spirit, the more they can do the physical side with us, because just like we have to learn a different way of working in, I suppose, mediumship. Our spirit guides do that work with us, and so does, so we have to build it up. The more we do it, the better we get. So, yeah, I still feel like mental mediumship is the main thing for people at the minute. But yeah, I do love the physical side. I like to kind of explore. And obviously with the aura camera as well, we can explore working with spirit as well that way. So we can...
Talk about that. Do you have any, I should have asked you ahead of time, if you have any images that you've taken with the aura camera. Do you have any that you can hold up?
Not here. on the computer I have, but on the computer I have, because I record some of the sessions and I hold the pictures, so it's fab to see. I suppose people are getting to see the colors around them, but I think because it does live motion, you can have a healer stand behind, or somebody going in to do mediumship and ask spirit to stand in, or a loved one. You can see a change. You can see the image come over, so it kind of goes like a white color when they come over, is what I know. So I think, once again, some people need to see to believe, and I think doing the physical side of things, or even working with the camera in that sense, is a fab way for people to see. So yeah, but the main thing still for me would be the one-to-ones, like, and groups and things like that. That'd still be the main work for me. Trying to push the physical out there for people. So I'm hoping, as I say, I'm hoping more kind of come around to that.
We have thank you for sharing that. Let me take a look here. Yeah, let me see if I have to remove somebody from the chat. Okay. Catherine is saying her husband passed on Thanksgiving Day. Any messages from him? Yeah, I see it, Kimmy. I see that. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Kaz. Hello. Everybody is so amazing. We have questions about past lives. Do you connect with past lives as well, or?
I can connect with past lives, but during a reading, normally I don't go into past lives, because with an evidential, because I would class myself more of an evidential medium, is I try to give proof of life after death. So I kind of go through all the things, I hope, to pick up certain things that only they would know, and things like that. So if I was to go into past life all the time with people, it's something that they're not aware of. So, do I believe? Absolutely. Are they there? Absolutely. Does it affect our lives now? Absolutely. There's no ins and outs on that. You know what I mean? I suppose the more you work with people, then I'm open to doing past lives with them, because then I've kind of already showed them, look, I can tap into this, so they can trust the information I'm giving them then about the past life. So I prefer to build up kind of a relationship with the client before I go there. Funny enough, you say that. I actually had one reading in particular that I couldn't get away from anything bar past life, and which was kind of intriguing. But it was nice that she got back to me and it connected with the life that she was in now. So that was intriguing. Kind of a search for the love, you know what I mean? This to find their paths and come back together. Like, so that was kind of something I could not but give to them when it came to past lives. But normally I like to build up a bit of relationship with them first, and then we can delve into that, just so they can take the information. It's easy for me to say many things about past lives. I just like to build it up first with them. I think it's that evidential thing's always stuck in my head, Megan. I must prove somehow. You know what I mean?
And you're so good at it too. I mean, the last time that was an incredible experience where you had there were two people in the chat, and you were talking. Do you remember that at all? And it's been about at least 3 or 4 years.
I do. Like, people still come to me for bookings and say that they've seen the video online, which I'd be shocked. Like, and they'd be saying, yeah. So I actually do remember. I'd be amazed because some people, or maybe they've claimed to see me and they may Google the name and it pops up, because I don't do many, you know, of this, but in the next actually couple of months I will be. So Susan's branching out. So yeah. So actually, always remember, always enjoy it. This is why I'm back again, because it is fab to do. I'm getting distracted. I'm trying to look at messages.
No, that's all right. Everybody just keep talking. And if Susan picks up anybody for you, she'll let you know. I assure you. Everybody's open to it. Just so you know, everybody here, I believe, is very open to it. Great to see you, Sujata. And by the way, I was able to remove that, Kimmy. Yeah, I was just, yeah. I started using my personal page as a professional page, and it gives me more control over who was watching my live streams and commenting, which is important.
That's the joys of the lives, isn't it? We have to, when I have to, TikTok can be a vicious place, but it can also be a wonderful place. So when I have done a live on TikTok, you can kind of get a lot of the trolls on it, but I kind of just don't feed into the energy. I don't even comment. It's just says more about themselves than what we're doing, so I always try focus on those that are there. There's one person there. Okay, my hands are quite cold, so that's a good sign. So I don't think I'm seeing all these, but I'm scrolling down and hoping that I am, so we'll see where it goes.
If you want to call, if you have a name, I'll pull up their comment on the screen.
Okay.
Trixie, please.
I'm going to go. I feel like I'm diving in already, but look, this is it. We can chat in between and we can do as it is, right? But I am feeling like I'm drawn to Catherine, especially since her husband passed away on Thanksgiving, if I'm reading that right. Yeah, my husband passed away on Thanksgiving Day, and he messages from him. Now, it's not that immediately Catherine and I had picked them up. It was Meagan had read out your comment. And normally what happens is that kind of, I suppose, is like a calling card to the spirit world. It's like, hey, I'm here. Susan, would you like to communicate? So I'm after been scrolling through there looking for Catherine's name, looking for this. So I'm feeling that I want to go with Catherine because I kind of feel excited for this. So, okay. Catherine, now I'll just give you a little, everybody works so differently. So I may be saying, it may be quite cryptic, so don't be afraid to, ask me the question if you don't understand what I'm saying. I'd be pulling faces and twisting all over the place, but who cares as long as I'm getting the message through. But immediately when I mention Catherine's name, it's almost like I can't talk or I get quite stuttery, so that can be a sound as well. That's a sign that spirit's coming in for me as well. Also with Catherine, obviously my hands are freezing cold. I'd mentioned that earlier on after you said that's another sign of an awful lot of healing going around Catherine at the minute. So I'm going to go in. Catherine, this also can be connected to yourself or your husband. So just to have confirmation on it as well would be fab if you could do that for me. Don't worry about getting all perfect typed out, just the basics on it. They are bringing me, like, it's winter here. I do not like winter. That's one thing I would say. I like all seasons, but I don't like this cold. But I am being brought to the chest area and I have difficulty in breathing. Now, I'm not talking about just at the time of passing. I'm talking about having that issue beforehand, Catherine, as well with him. And I don't know why I'm being bringing around the throat and the ears. So that can also be connected to you as well, Catherine. But I don't feel like this was, I'm not to say all death is still a surprise to us when it happens, but I don't feel, I feel that I was poorly beforehand is the best I can say. So I feel like there was issues beforehand. So if you understand that before I go over, and getting palpitations as well when I go into his energy, and I'm quite frail is the best way I can describe this, if you understand what I'm saying. Because what I'll try to do is I'll try bringing enough evidence for you. You just had your teeth pulled yesterday. Perfect. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be tapping into your energy a little bit. And then your husband will start building up the energy with me. So this is normally how it goes in a reading, because normally I give the person a scan first and then we go into spirit. So my guides are still working the same way. So we're going to send a little bit of healing there. I do feel like I'm quite shaky with you, Catherine. So I do feel that obviously getting the teeth pulled, I don't know whether it's still having effect today, and obviously you're still grieving, but I'm still feeling that kind of shake there as well going in. So we'll ask for a little bit of healing. Obviously issues with the throat area as well. So I'm not sure whether that's sore throat or something that's going on with you now at the moment. Okay. Okay. Can you understand your husband being poorly beforehand? So there was health issues there before. Okay. Even though I still feel it's sudden, I'm getting clicks of fingers. So it's saying to me, it wasn't expected there, but I definitely was poorly beforehand. So I wasn't, there was an illness, or there was something going on with me beforehand. And then I'm getting clicks of fingers. So it's like, I'm not, obviously wasn't expected, I don't feel that day. But I'm definitely getting a feeling like that from him. Yes, perfect. Okay. So it's still quick, but I was poorly. So he's making that perfectly clear to me. Excuse all the odd things I'm going to do right now. God love him. When I put my hands together, they kind of use me as a bit of a puppet. Okay. So he's putting his hands together and he's letting me know he's receiving the prayers and the talks. Catherine, I have to be honest, I feel like you're giving out to him. Well, he's not giving out about that, but that's in a nice way. So it's like, oh my God, why now? So it's like giving out to above or wanting to understand why just now. So even though he was poorly once again, that's surprise, but he's listening to that and he's saying, oh, don't be angry. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. He's also letting me know, Catherine, he's in a bit of shock. It's almost like, okay. You're surprised with people around you at the moment, Catherine, is what I'm being shown. It's either the behavior or it's almost like I need to tell you that you need more support. You have got loving people around you, but you just need that much more support at the moment. So he's kind of quite shocked at some people's behaviors. Okay. I just want to bring him back a little bit because he's gone a lot into your emotions. And I want to just kind of give me other little things that are connected to his everyday life with you as well. Okay. He keeps on bringing me to the heart area with you. So I don't know whether that's connected with him also, but he keeps on saying, keep me close to the heart. So Catherine, I always say to people, I don't do jewelry, but I'm going to jewelry. So it's something close to the heart or something that's going to be given you that's close to the heart connected to him, or something of his that you're wearing close to the heart. But it's close to the heart. So if you can understand that with him and see where he goes. Okay. Soulmate, he's saying. It wasn't easy at time either, Catherine. So he said you cared for him. Now, I don't necessarily mean in a medical sense, but also in day-to-day life. Okay. So she just, I know this is going to be slow in any way popping up. It's grand if you let me know that you understand that. Okay.
If you understand something, Catherine, let her know. Or if you don't, please let her know.
Don't, just be honest. Don't be worrying about hurting my feelings. Okay.
There's a bit of a lag. Sorry, I just want to mention, I know you know, Susan, but just everybody else, there's a bit of a lag, about 30 seconds or so. So when you come, it will be a few minutes, several seconds later than when Susan sees it. But don't worry. You know.
Don't worry, I'll catch up with it. So we'll go and see what he gives me. Okay. Okay. Catherine, he's talking about your health. He's talking about your health. I see that what you've put up there. I'll go to that now. He's talking about your health and you looking after yourself, Catherine. So he's talking about either medication that you're taking right now or the need to be taking medicines properly. He's making that clear to me, the importance of you looking after you now. Okay. So I'm taking that this is a family cat that you're asking about. Okay. Have you got cat in the spirit world as well, Catherine? Because I'm being shown cats in the spirit world connected to him.
You know, it's interesting because my dad, that was my nickname. My dad, when I was a little child, that was my nickname. My dad used to call me Pussycat.
Yeah. Okay, she gets it. And as well about the cats in spirit world, I don't know why that's important as well, the connection with the cats. Okay, so I don't know, maybe he's always had cats or somebody had the kittens and this is where it's gone, but he's bringing that in. Okay.
Yes, she is 16.
Okay, perfect. So they would be connected. Okay. He's also shown me, Catherine, I don't know whether you had plans to go around during the time or to go away during the time, not like of when he passed or around that, but it's like a trip that had to be postponed. Or he's encouraging you still to go on this trip because he still wants to enjoy the everyday life that you're doing and still have them experience, which is as well as what he showed me. Okay. I don't know why he keeps on doing this to me. Okay. I just have to figure that out. My ears are very, very hot. Catherine, I'm unsure whether you delve in spirit work or it's just something you're interested in, but I'm definitely getting signs and symbols that he's given you that you're recognizing with him. Okay. 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 Can you understand why he's bringing me? I'm going to call it to the countryside or we're in a large space because this is where you need to be. So it's either a large space, very, very big yard, or else a large space is where he's bringing me connected to you. So I don't know whether it's a family. Okay, so you have to go to Florida because your brother passed away two weeks ago. Okay, so knowing that he was with you at that time because he's still part of that earthly journey with you. Can I go to your brother as well, Catherine? There is there issues with when I say the head, because my ear is burning me and around this side is burning me. Issues with the head could be mental health, also and physical. Okay, so issues around here as well, and if anything before that came in as well with him connected to throat or anything like that connected to your brother. So he's letting you know that he's also will be on the brother, and you used to live in the farm as well. So remembering that that place for him is his heaven, his happy place. So that's the image that he gives himself and is going to give us as well when his creation in heaven. Do you know what I mean? We create our beings, we can create our space as well when we go there. I need to tell you, and I get emotional when I say this as well. He says, there's plenty time here for you, but he's preparing. Okay, so he's working on the farm, he's looking at on the farm. So there's things that he wants to go. There's a lot of animals on the farm. I know farms have animals, but some only have horses, some only have things, but there's a lot of animals here. He passed from cancer. They took the side of his face. Okay, so this would be connected to, I'm assuming, brother, because he was coming at the same time that your husband's there as well. So, Catherine, I was meant to go to you, my dear, and that lovely energy to know that he helped your brother cross over and be there. Okay, that he was there to welcome him with open arms. Very, 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 very sad times at this moment. There is a lot of grief, and my hand is very cold. I feel, he says this to me as if to say, you will have a break. Okay. Everything's not against you. It's almost like I throw my hands in the air and it's like you're tired and he understands you're tired. But your brother is also there helping you move on as well. And yeah, your brother's quite emotional. Okay. I feel your brother was very straight and narrow. I feel he was somebody who liked to do things right. That's the impression. I've two of them chatting to me at the same time. So he liked to do things right. And I mean, he had morals. You know what I mean? He was a good man, is what he's saying. And he'd like to be remembered for that, more importantly. I hear laughter when he says that, so I don't know whether there's a few stories that may not be exactly, but he'd like to be remembered for that. That's huge for him. Okay. He's saying, don't be so sad. There was distance there between us. Don't be so sad about that. And that's because you lived in one other part and he lived in another part. And that's okay. The love in any way was connected. Okay. And that's the most important thing. He keeps on saying you have a lovely family. He's pointing. He said you have a lovely family. Okay. because I'm feeling then your brother may not have had the opportunity to be around you all the time if he says that. So he can see exactly how your family was now. Okay, the two of them are working quite well together. Just know, Catherine, the two of them do love you very, very much, and they're coming in to give in that comfort. And I think the most I can take from this is you will get time to breathe. You have not got time to even begin to grieve or breathe. You need to take that time out for yourself, which I know is hard for you to do. But like when I go back to your husband mentioning that you need to care for yourself on a physical side, Catherine, it's either your back or there's something going on there as well. You need to do. As I say that, I hear him saying there is many more journeys he wants to have through you. Okay, so there's other things he wants to do with you while you're on this earth. So your experiences will be his experiences. And as for your brother, I would just say your brother's handing me a cross. And I don't know whether he's religious or it's something he may have had, but I feel like I need to hand it to his family. Your back is pretty bad. So call in universal healing for that. We're all natural healers. We don't need to go to specific healers for anything. We are, nobody is better than anybody else in this. Some people just have, I suppose, an expert. They're an expert in certain parts of it. But call in that universal healing energy down through the crown chakra into your back. And ask your healing guides to help you with that. You can do that when you're going to bed. Ask them to do it for 2 hours and then stop, or else you'll be wrecked in the morning. But to constantly do that, your back will act up at the minute as well now because you're grieving so much, Catherine. So they're making that clear to me as well. So your poor little heart chakra, it has the images they give me. It's like little bandages wrapped around. So they're trying to help you heal as much as they can. And so he bought his wife a beautiful wooden cross before he passed. Perfect. So that's the kind of evidence I'm talking about, okay? I'm a stickler for it, Meagan, am I? But I love to get the evidence in because I hope then that you can take that they love you very much, and he wants to send also to his wife that love that he is with her. That's to recognize, to let her recognize that he is there. This has been a pretty, pretty hard time. And he was, I have to say, God love him, he was ready. He was ready to go. And he appreciates being told that. So he was told to go, and that's with your brother. So just know I'm leaving their love with you, the both of them with you, Catherine. And thanks so much, and anyway, for coming on and giving me the opportunity to pass the messages to you, because they're adorable and they got my attention. So thank you so much, and thanks for the replies. I know you do, Catherine.
You're amazing, Susan, as always.
I don't know. I suppose sometimes I just don't think about it. I think about mediumship. The more if we think about it, the more stress we have. I just always keep on saying, work from the heart. You're there to do your work. Take me out of it. I'm no longer me in that moment. Well, I do hope. Funny enough, what fell there with Catherine, the cards fell off the table there, and it's the heart chakra, and we're talking about our heart there, and she's covering her heart. So that's the healing.
Show it again.
Brought in. No, it's just the cards dropped, and the heart chakra card fell on the table, or fell on the floor. So it would be related to her as well. That's all the healing she's going through. God love her. So they are looking after her during that. It'll get easier. Grief. Sometimes it takes a year before we really start grieving, but I think they help us above and kind of do it very, very slowly for us, so that we can deal with that. So
says, oh my God, I have the same deck.
Cool, Rachel. I haven't bought a new deck of cards in years, and maybe I'm due to get a new one, but I'm just a stickler with cards, I suppose. I'm a creature of habits. That's what I am. So let me see. I'll just scroll down and we'll see. Absolutely. Even if it's psychic. Sorry?
No, absolutely. Please go ahead and do that. I know Elizabeth is really missing her friend that passed, and Sujata is looking to hear from her aunt. But I'm sure everybody here would be happy to speak with somebody.
Yeah.
My brother just passed away on the 10th.
I was thinking of that, Megan. It actually only flashed to me when we were coming on.
Yeah.
So I was thinking I would like to, we put him out there as well, energy-wise, and see is he going to jump and get my attention? Because I mean, we all can admit Megan deserves to have this too. You know, we all love to. I love to hear from my loved ones, even though I do mediumship. There's something different when somebody else brings them in. It just hits
That's true.
differently. Do you know, even though I can take the signs and the symbols, there's just something that hits differently when another medium comes and says, "Hey, do you know what? It's magical in itself." So what I'm going to do, maybe we are going to go with Megan now. Okay, we'll see where it goes.
Jasmine, you don't need to pay for a reading today. You're welcome to donate to the channel. I really appreciate that. It helps me to keep bringing forth free content. This is absolutely free for anyone that Susan is drawn to. I mean, that even includes me.
Rachel, I'm definitely want to get another deck, either fairy or dragon or oracle cards. The dragon, I would like the dragon cards or something different for a change. I say I don't use cards, but I do use cards at the end of a reading, or depending what kind of reading. Megan, I think we're going to go. Megan, if you can take this information, and I feel that we're going to go with your brother. I'm getting awful bad headaches. Okay, so he would have had to suffer with really bad headaches, or there's a connection there between the head. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, so then if this is, because the minute we're talking, I'm talking about cards, after me agreeing to say, look, we want to get Megan's brother in, I feel this here. Megan, and please forgive me on description and wording. I'm dreadful at these things, but I try my best. But I'm getting a grinding of my teeth when I come in, so I'm feeling like this. Okay. I'm feeling like this is sudden as well, Megan, with him. Okay, so I'm feeling like it wasn't. Had he got issues here before, anything around the head or connected to them heavy headaches?
We weren't that close the last year or so. So, but I would say that I believe what you're saying is going to relate to the way he passed.
Okay. Because this seems to be a major thing for him. I'm even tilting my head because it's kind of bothering me a little bit like that. So I just want to go in. Okay. Sometimes I wish I wouldn't have said that you weren't, in that much contact in the last year and a half, but he's doing this. So the stubbornness as well with him as well, Megan. So he's answering back. So he does this symbol, which is stubbornness. And he's taken, ownership of the stubbornness that he would have had. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. I don't think he would have been as honest as that when he was here. That's for sure, because he's stubborn. Okay. Because he said, I would never have admitted that. He would, I swear, he must have had a sense of humor the way he's saying things to me. He said, I would have kept this, I would have took this to the grave, which he literally did. He was that stubborn until that point. He said, I drag things out. Okay. Okay, he keeps on blessing himself. I'm unsure why. We'll just go in and see what can I get into describe. Okay.
I'm getting such spirit chills. Like
sad, Okay. There was a lot of emotion around him at the time of his passing and before his passing. So there was other things going on in his life, Megan, that was making him, not be 100% himself. So he's telling me that either he had struggles or there was issues going on around. So that can be in family life or any other way. But he definitely wasn't coping 100% is the impression I get off him.
Yeah.
Okay. Own worst enemy, Megan, I'm hearing from him. So he's his own worst enemy. Okay. He keeps on doing this, which is trying to bring in healing.
Okay.
And I will be saying he's not asking for forgiveness. Do you know? He's not asking for forgiveness. I make that clear to you.
It is so out of character for him to do that.
Yeah, he is who he is, and you know this, and that was his personality.
Yeah.
And I'm getting this. So you were quite close before. So we're going back years. There was closeness there between you.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 He's talking about mom being reunited with mom. There was a lot of healing that had to be done between him and his mother.
Mhm.
Okay. So he is still going through that healing process with mom as well.
Oh.
Okay. So they're still working on things and going through things. Okay. Show me that. What's the month of March connected to him, Meagan, or is it March? What's the connection between the March?
My birthday is in March.
Okay, so there, but when he talks about the March, he talks about things will change for you around that birthday as well. So there's new change around there. And anyway, but to 2023, there's definitely big changes. And anyway, I know people say that every year, but definitely this year. So we have to manifest that for ourselves. So he's bringing that up. So take it that they're trying to give you something back. Okay, they're trying to give you something back because you tried and you tried damn hard. I've been shown.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not as if you did not try with him, because you did try with him. So he wants to bring this back for you, as does mom. So this is also why they're still working on that healing and involving, because it includes you. So they want to create that healing for you.
That's cool.
Okay. And he keeps on saying that he's rubbing my arm like this. So he keeps on saying you are a good person. Okay. You have to stand your ground sometimes, Meagan. You know what I mean? You have to stand your ground. So don't change who you are, is what I'm going to say. Okay. I hear apologies for that. Okay. I hear apologies for that. I'm sorry, because it's almost like you have to change who you were, if you were to fit in. So
yeah, that's kind of how that was. And I wasn't going to change. And so we couldn't see eye to eye. And we just had to mutually just step away from it. The whole idea of being any kind
you
of
stood in your truth. You stood in your truths, and he's recognizing that it took a lot of strength to stand in your truths, and they were your truths, and you had to be true to them. And he's recognizing that. So that's where he brings in the apology. He doesn't ask for forgiveness because that's his character and other things. And that well does bring in that apology, and you can feel that he sees you in a different perspective now. He sees and feels you. You know what I mean? There's a big difference when we actually get to feel somebody when we're in the spirit world. So he's bringing that in. I'm hearing moms as bossy as boots. Okay.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh my God. I would like the Irish maybe just say she's doing his head in. Like she's definitely bossing him about. She's definitely wanting to be the ruler of the roost. But there's laughter as well in that, so they can laugh about that now. So it goes to show how healing is moving on with them. Okay. Yeah. You are very forgiving, Meagan. I will definitely say that. And I'm bringing that to mom as well. Okay. She's not as chatty as he is, but mom is letting me know, no, she's very forgiving. So she thanks you for that and appreciates that. Okay.
Thank you.
You did give love. Meagan, I'll be honest, you gave love where sometimes many other people wouldn't have. Okay. So that's being recognized. So know that there's that beautiful healing coming in around you. He is perfectly fine. Is there 3 children around him, Meagan? Has he got 3 children, or is it 3 around him?
3 around him.
Okay.
Although he always used to tell me that he has a black child, even though he didn't necessarily have one, but he always felt that he did. So I don't know. But there was 3 around him, but
so there's 2 children, and then there's just 3 around him. Okay, because it can be 3 around him, but immediately I felt like saying children. Normally it's either siblings, children, or who's around you. But he's bringing up them 3, so it's to let me know that he is with them still. Okay, and bringing in, I suppose, that healing as well for them that they need. Nice. He is asking, and I will be honest, and he knows, he'd love a connection between you and these 3.
Me too.
He would love connections. Okay. From a different perspective in the spirit world, they always want, and remember, Meagan, it's opinion. You have your truths as well, and you have to stand in your truths as well. But he wishes things could be different when it came to this. But he takes responsibility for that. Okay. That's part and parcel.
Accountability, my brother. Oh my God. But yeah, no, I know. Because see, I told you dead people are talking, Peter. I told you. Why weren't you listening? I told you all this stuff was real. Geez.
It is. Anyway, he's constantly trying to get your attention. Let him in. I know you let him in, but let him in a little bit more. This is his way of giving back to you. you're right in so many ways, Meagan, and now he knows. So I mean, you know, let him in to work with that. And I know Mom is always around you in any way, because she gives me that vibe as a yes, I'm there in any way. But she's pushing the two of you closer together.
I like that, actually.
I don't know why.
He was here and we couldn't do it that way. But I have been feeling him a lot recently, and he is funny, just like he used to be.
Yeah.
You know, he got
I hear laughter, like what I was saying, and he is laughing. So he's back to himself, his happy self.
Yeah.
I always say spirit, like say they give us the personality of how they were, but then they'll always go back to their happy space of when they were happy and jolly, and they like that kind of energy. So he's bringing that in. Meagan, it's really strange. I don't know why he keeps on showing me a boat. It's really strange. Or a lake. Could be a lake. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's more symbolic though, because it's a boat on the water and it looks like a lake. So it's calming, I'm going to say. So I will go down the calming route. So things are going to run a little bit smoothly for you now. Yeah, so that's because the water looks quite still in that image. So I'm going to go with that. Okay. Christ. Okay. I don't know why he said that to me. Christ. Okay. Christ. Okay. Sometimes I should hear what they say before I immediately spit it out. Sometimes they can be funny, but that's just him with his sense of humor. So
my brother's really funny. He used to be the funniest person I ever knew, until he got really angry, and I just stayed angry for the rest of the time I knew him. But when he wasn't angry, oh my God, he was funny, really funny.
That's the problem, you see. What happens to us as human beings, for us to get rid of that anger, sometimes we have to admit our wrongs. And people don't want to admit their wrongs, so they stay in the anger. It's easier to blame than put the hands up, isn't it? But by God, he's putting up his hands. Still that stubbornness in the personality he shows when he comes in, but he's definitely jolly and happy to that lovely connection coming back in.
That's the brother that I know and love.
Yeah, he knows it's been a hard time. I keep on hearing freedom as well when I say that. So, you know, your little wings and you're flying forward. So, you know, they're bringing it in for you. So, you know, I leave his love with you.
Thank you.
I leave Mom's love. Even though Mom's not so chatty, it's more brother, because I think brother needs to get in since we mentioned him and bringing him forward to kind of say, look, I am here and I want to be there with you. Okay. Yeah, he showed me odd images, but I think they're all symbolic. So it's just a union that you will be together and he'll be here with you. So, so no, he's around.
Just ask him about the celebration of life. I'm planning on reconnecting with his wife, whom I haven't seen in probably 2 decades, and my beautiful niece, who I have seen, and my nephew, whom I haven't seen him since he was a boy. And so we're all going to get together. This is the plan, and have a celebration of life dinner. But we're trying to organize the time. But I really feel drawn to do this, and I really feel like he's going to be there. Does he have anything to say about that?
So when he said to bring them together, are these the people he's talking about? So when he said he wants them together, but like that, it's your choice and what you want. From a different perspective, he would love this. So that's definitely him saying, I want this. Meagan, I would push that to the March thing, or maybe it's going to be a birthday celebration as well, pushed in. Who knows? Okay. But it could be that as well. But because there's such good energy with the March for you, it would be a good sign that this is going to be, look, it's all I keep on hearing. It's bringing family back together. This will be the best thing.
I've been doing that. I swear I've been doing that, Susan.
This is bringing family back together the way it should have been, Meagan. You know what I mean? Because you have a lot to give them and they have a lot to give you. He got in the way of that. You know, I will say one thing. He didn't always speak his truths, Meagan. And you know, that was true anger. So that would be to his family as well. When it's connected to you and so on and so forth, he wants this union. He wants his family to be together. And that is also going to help, you know, him involve in the spirit world, because you are healing. And when we heal here, you know, it takes, you know, them up higher as well. So that it's going to be amazing. You're on the right path in any way. So we will all get high thumbs up for this in any way, Meagan. That's definitely going to be happening.
Excited to be working with my brother from the other side now. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks. Thank
Yeah.
you, Susan. That was amazing.
You're very welcome. I get palpitations on that as well. Try work with my mother. She helps me a lot in the spirit
Yeah.
world. Yeah. So I probably don't call her in all the time because whatever. But I mean, I have to say, if I'm having struggles with certain communication, sometimes I say to my head, "Mom, will you come in and help?" Just to kind of give them how I work, because normally spirit will get a lowdown on how to communicate, but because all readers communicate different,
Right.
they get a little download of how I'm going to work. Well, that's the way throughout the years I've kind of understood it to be in any way. So
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I didn't know. I did ask my brother before we connected. I asked him a few days ago if you're drawn, if you want to go through Susan, if she's open to it, I would love to. And then here you brought him through, and I really want to say
I know
thank
it's so emotional. I'm loving it here tonight. So it is a really emotional night, isn't it? So we're going to bring on all that love. Like sometimes it's just all love and giggles, and that's what it's all about. It's all about healing. I liked the way Rachel said it's time for healing for the family. Like that. That's it, though. It is all about healing.
It also confirms that since he passed, I've been getting like these. I know it's him, like messages, like things that are synchronicities, and then download, and then I keep hearing him laugh, and I keep feeling exactly the way you described him is exactly the brother I'm feeling, and I'm like, am I making this stuff? I mean, maybe you don't do that anymore. I still do that. I still question myself sometimes.
I do that. Of course I do. And this is what I say to people. Mediumship, when we're passing this information to other people, and but when it comes to ourselves, to our loved ones, we can question it sometimes because we know so much about them. It's almost like, are we hearing, a memory of their voice in our mind? It's so different when you're working with a stranger because you will know nothing about them. But when you're close to them, it's an emotional thing for us. So that's why I'm saying it's beautiful when we get somebody to say, not that we don't know we're communicating, but to bring them in. Like when I work with my mother, it's all through smells I do it, and it's for the reading, so then I can kind of tell the difference. But when she's giving out to me for something, or she's trying to get me attention for something, I may kind of go, is that me? It's human. We're human. So no, of course I question sometimes, especially when it's so close to my heart. So yes, Janie.
I love that. Thank you. That was awesome. Totally.
Yeah, and you know what? Many other
I had a feeling. I did have a feeling. I had a feeling that this would happen, but I didn't know how it would feel or how it would happen. And that makes me feel so happy that he brought about the get together. You have no idea how much I wanted this, and I've been so motivated for this.
I'm sitting here tonight, Megan. All this dash, like I should have had plenty of time, and anyway to be here. And me and Megan jumped on here just in time.
Yeah, but I was like, does she remember the meeting today? Oh my god! I hadn't heard from Susan until like an hour before, or maybe less. I was like, oh no.
But and just when the computer went on, I was like saying, I think I remember Megan saying her brother had passed. So I was like, oh yeah, he might come in. So I'm glad you brought him up, because when we're talking about our loved ones or we're messaging, normally that's like a calling card for them. That's them saying, here, I'm going to be there and give it a go. So my hand went funny there. Maybe spirit again. So we'll have a little. I do the same thing, Elizabeth saying, okay.
If you want me to bring names up on the screen, not name.
I'm just because we've missed so many.
My brother was alive when we scheduled this. He just passed 10 days ago. So
yeah.
You probably saw that on my Facebook page.
Yeah, no, it's just before.
By the way, you mentioned his head. He had a stroke, and then he died a few days later.
Oh, that's the head, yeah, and the grinding of the teeth as well. Sometimes for me, it's because it's connected here issues. Sometimes it can be, blood clot, tumor, anything, stroke, anything like this. The head, because it's quite the headache. So he definitely was trying to let me know, look, that's where it was. And God love them. They work so hard, because I'm a stubborn git when it comes to this work. Once I get something that is, a strong enough evidence for the person, then I can go into the kind of emotional messages then, you know what I mean? And then we can work with that. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Anybody knows me, I just go off on a tangent sometimes and I forget we're on the clock. So we'll try to go back to it. Okay. So, Janie, I definitely need glasses. Where were we?
I just want to say to everyone, I see you, and I'm so glad that you're all here, and I love you guys. And I'm sorry if I haven't addressed you at the but I don't want to keep bringing energy on the screen when in the middle of Susan doing a reading, because it'll shift the energy. I know it does for me if I'm reading for someone, psychic readings. So anyway, but now while she's, figuring out where she's going next, I'm bringing some people on the screen saying hello. I know. Elizabeth is saying that her girlfriend's name is Janine, if that helps.
So it's a friend of hers that's in the past that has passed over.
Yes.
And there's so we'll see where it goes. At the moment, it may be this person just wrote me. I hate to say this out loud, because what happens is sometimes when I say this, sometimes another spirit will jump in when I'm planning on going with someone else. So we'll see where it goes. But I'm actually drawn to Gina.
Okay.
So my dad comes to me in dreams, bless him. I think that's what she said there.
I'm looking for the comment. Which comment are you referring to? You're talking about Gina. Right here. In dreams. Okay, Gina.
So I'm not sure if she was actually looking for a message, but I feel like I'm drawn to her in any way. So not sure even if she's a medium, whichever. As I said, we all enjoy getting a message, don't we? Doesn't make the difference. But okay.
So says, yes, thank you.
And I've just seen a few little comments. You can't make it up, Ella. Dad comes to her as well. It's just the one thing I was drawn to was he comes to me in my dreams. I was just like, oh God, yeah. But so I'm kind of feeling his energy coming in. I will say, Gina, as well, he's definitely not on his own, that's for sure. There's a lady there with him as well, and she's making herself known to me, but I want to kind of go into his energy. So Gina, when I say this, when I'm going to point out there's lower abdominal issues or issues around this area here, that can be connected to yourself or dad. It depends whether I'm going to be going in on a little psychic side of things first, or whether dad's coming in, full throttle, I'm going to say, with me first. So he is bringing issues down there. So this may be connected with yourself, or it may be connected with him, connecting to passing or something he would have been really known for struggling with. So I'm going to go with him there as well and see what he is. He seems very sweet and gentle, Gina, when his energy comes in. So he's a very, very loving person. He's a gem. He's one of a kind. That's the only way I can put it. There wasn't many like him. So he would have been well liked and recognized for this, is the feeling. So he's proud. That's his biggest. That's why he's so proud of, is being a good dad. And that's the feeling I get. And he loves the love that is being sent to him to where he is now. That's the best way I can put it. Okay. So, and he appreciates that. If anything he left behind, he's talking about the love and the relationships and the bonds that he had with people. Because I'm still hearing giggling going on about him. I don't know why I'm chinking glasses of wine. I don't know what the connection is with that. Okay, so it's connecting to my mom, 92, and he was and is my age. So mom is the lady is mom connected to my mom, 92. So mom is still living at 92, Gina. I just want to get that right, because he may be talking about her now. And she's the one with the issues around this area that I showed you. I'll just give it a minute to pop up. Don't worry about it. Just to confirm that before I go on. And he was and is my age. Oh, okay. Yes, so it's connecting to mom. And mom is living, Meagan. Did I get that right?
I believe so. Gina, is your mom living? Is your mom still alive?
Because he may be talking about mom, but there is another lady in spirit. So I just want to clarify that before I just go, sorry. Yeah, your dad was full of life. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so mom is still living, right? So there is another lady with him in spirit as well. I just want to make that clear. So he is talking about mom. So obviously, you know, he's close to mom and he's looking after mom. Okay. 92. Okay. So he's okay. I just want to get him just on track for me there with Gina, because he's getting sidetracked with mom and mom's health. Is mom in hospital at the moment, Gina, or is she due a hospital visit? I don't know why he's bringing me there, but he keeps telling me to tell you to not to worry about this. And I will say, he keeps on bringing up, obviously, he's pointing at this screen to me saying she's 92. So, you know, about regarding health, things are going to happen and all. He just keeps on saying, don't be worrying. But I either feel like she's in hospital or she's due to go in. I'm feeling a lot of pain around my wrists as well with her, Gina. So he's just been letting me know all these little signs and symbols to let me know that he is still with her. I smile as well when I say this. I don't know whether mom is still like has loads of bracelets, Gina, or else it's you, but either she still wears them all the time, no matter what. Like I feel like she still looks $1 million. That's the only way I can put it, because he's admiring mom. Mom always looked beautiful. Okay, she lives with your brother in her home. Okay, but just if she's due a hospital visit, he's recognizing that with her. If she's due, so she needs to go if she's due, and that's the best one I say. Instead of her giving out and saying she's not going, she needs to go. But he's telling me that she looks very well, okay, and she's always kept herself well. He's also saying thank you to you, Gina. She lives with your brother in her home, but you cared for her a lot, as well as the feeling that I'm being brought in. So that's the feeling that's being brought in. So I don't know whether you visit her a lot or if you've been there caring for her a lot, but he's also acknowledging what you do for mom as well. So he's making that clear to you as well. You daddy's girl, Gina. I keep on hearing daddy's girl. So that's the feeling. She does indeed. Brilliant. I keep on hearing daddy's girl, daddy's girl, daddy's girl. So you have a little special place in his heart as he does in yours. I'm being brought to hearts though, and I know you're posting hearts as well, but it seems to be really symbolic in this, Gina. So I don't know whether you have something that's wrote in a heart with him, or else it's a plaque in a heart. Like I know it's common, but at the same time, I don't really get it in a reading really that often. But I feel like it's wrote or something is hanging in honor of him. But I just get the feeling that it's in a heart or something like this. Okay. I don't know why he keeps on dancing or why he's dancing around me, Gina, but I'll go with this. I'm just going to go in a little bit deeper with him. I know there's a lady with him as well, definitely getting grandmother energy with her, but I feel like she's on your mom's side. That's the feeling I get. I feel like she's coming in from mom, so it's on mom's side. And they're definitely close together in working with your mom and with yourself. So you've always had a special bond, oh, that's for sure. Not sure about the plaque, Gina, or something going on, but he's adamant. There's definitely like a plaque or an acknowledgement or something. Not a headstone. It's not talking about anything like that. It's definitely that. He's not letting me go past it. And he's also taken off medals and handing them to me. So I don't know why he's doing that. Had he got rewards for something, or was he in the army or police or something like that? Or who has received a reward that he's acknowledging then? Because he's taking it off and he's handing it to me. He was a clown at the time, and his mother-in-law, so it is his mother-in-law. Yeah, he's definitely clowning around. He's still clowning around, Gina. But he's definitely recognizing an award that somebody has received, or else he's trying to tell me that he received one or has worked in police or anything got to do with that, where he would have had medals or army or whatever. But he's definitely recognizing something like that, or else somebody else has received it. So I'll try not look at the comments for a moment and just see where he goes. Okay. Yeah. I don't know, Gina. he's telling me to tell you to be proud of the achievements that you have made as well. So you know what I mean? Don't know, Gina. He's somebody who goes out and I don't know, fights for women's rights, supports women's rights or something. But he keeps on showing me banners and walk-ins. I don't know whether it's a connection within the family. It's very confusing for me. So if you understand that, I don't know whether that points to yourself, Gina, but it's something either I'm caring for women or I'm looking after for women. It's something like this, or maybe you just work with an awful lot of women, but he's saying you should be proud with yourself. And if it's not working and you're volunteering or helping people outside of that, by all means, I will put that in the same bracket as well as him. Okay, mother-in-law. Okay, she just wants to be recognized. She just wants to be spoke about a little bit more. It's the best feeling I get. I do get these two are quite close as well. So I would now I take this as a compliment. It's like the gruesome twosome, but in a good way. They get up to no good. So that's the way I can bring that energy in for you. So unsure if you understand there what I was after saying, but hopefully you can understand that. But he's definitely recognizing you for the work you've done or what you have done in helping people. It's definitely very much a woman vibe here, or helping women, I suppose, build themselves up or be strong. So you're definitely important to somebody in that sense. And also acknowledgement of the medals he's trying to give me. So that can be either his job or somebody else has received an award of sorts that he's trying to take. So it can be down in family history as well. So just why I have you there. Let's see. Okay. Just want to clarify myself to this. Yeah, so you are a strong woman. You know, I'm just doubling because we haven't got the feedback there. So I'm just double checking on this as well with the cards, because normally what would happen is I'll say something and at the end of a reading I can pull a few cards, and normally they should kind of match up with what's after coming in as well. So you do, when people listen to you, you're not hard on people, you're kind, but you're well able to kind of get them where they need to be. So you're kind of a very powerful lady, you know what I mean? So that's a nice image, and gentle. Detoxify and clean, cleanse. There's a cleanse and detoxify. So you're trying to look after yourself as well. That's showing me. So if you understand that, I'm unsure because it didn't come up, but look, you can just post it in the comments. And anyway, and I won't go any. Oh, there you are. Oh, Gina, lovely, because the medals were driving me crazy till you got here. He would joke about received a medal for his support of his royal family, and her name was Meagan, place in Italy. I am his princess. Ah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. And see the little things that I have no clue about till the person tells me. Somebody clarify something for me. That's what I'd be like. So that's perfect, Gina. So you know that he's there.
She says totally resonates.
Yeah, and I love the clinking of the wine glasses. Straight away, I felt like I was in a pizzeria in Italy or something, having it. I don't even drink wine, but I would if you bring me to Italy. I'll have a glass if you bring me to Italy. But just know that he's definitely around you. You're a very, very powerful lady. People listen to you, Gina, and they respect you. You know, they don't fear you; they respect you, and there's a difference, isn't it? You earn respect. Having respect or forced respect, as I do say, is people fear. Oh, I must, you know. But you are quite a powerful lady. So use that power. And don't forget it, is what I would say. You know, he loves you very much, and he'll still be up to no good, and he's looking after mom, as with your mother-in-law. So yay, isn't this wonderful?
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah.
So, super awesome. So what do you need for everybody to do? To comment or say something, or like what helps?
They can comment. We give spirit a chance as well to kind of, I suppose, jump in as well. Message from husband, I've seen that. So we'll see where we go. There's loads of lovely people on today, like so. It's just always remember, just if a message doesn't come in and people are saying I'm literally giving out to say my loved one because I'm like, get in there, get in there, get in there. I want a message. You have to show me this. It's not that they don't want to. Of course they want to. But my guides as well will have control on that and time-wise trying to get people in. And sometimes one message may resonate with more than one person through spirit. Okay? Through spirit. And little things that are said, they'll be like, oh my God, that sounds like me. And that's the kindness of how spirit works together when they're in the group, because this is literally a group reading. You know what I mean? We're all here having a group. So there's a gang of us online and there's a gang in the spirit world. So we're basically a big, massive gang right now. So they all have patience and they know certain people may just need that a little bit more. And I know that's hard to believe, just a little bit more than you might need at that time, which is always a hard one because you're like, no, nobody can need this more than me. But just remember there may be messages in that for you as well. So
I mean, I've already gotten like 2 confirmations that my dad is here, even though he hasn't specifically. Yeah, through different things that you've been saying for other people, and I just suddenly hits me. I'm like, oh, I hear you.
And that's exactly how they work, because they will bring in things that people will resonate with. Even though I'll make sure I'll try to get as much evidence as I can for that person, they're still all working together. They want you to feel that emotion and that pull towards it. So, okay.
What's the matter, Meagan? You okay, boo-boo?
Let me see.
I'm surrounded. My 2 dogs are literally right behind me, and then one of my cats. Go ahead, please.
Hey, I don't know if you know Gina, but I'm just reading this. Teresa has wrote up that Gina is a divine oracle painter. She's helped so many people with them, and all over the world. Wow, go Gina! What did I say? Very powerful lady. I just beautiful to hear. You know, you're getting in this powerhouse, who's respected through it being earned. You know, so go Gina. I'd love to see some of the paintings, whatever. Like absolutely, like, yeah. So that's oracle paint. Wow, very good. Love it. Thank you, Teresa, for sharing that with us. Because that energy coming in around her now, I like to get the confirmation. It makes me feel that you know, obviously that I'm able to move forward within the reading. Just finish on that, Gina. There's, I don't know whether you do that. I know the oracle, but I'm being drawn to spirit. So I don't know whether there's something new that you're working on right now when it connects with spirit and the paintings. Obviously that does as well, but there's something else new coming up there. So go with it, because you're meant to do it. You're on your mission. So let me see.
Okay. Readings in the past from a medium in the States. Very interesting.
Okay. I think, I don't know, I think the States work the same does, but a lot of people say that the mediumship readings are different than in the States. I don't know. I think it's just our mannerisms. That's the only thing that's different. We all do it the very same way as well. We always had a very special bond. Sorry. Trying to roll back here. Okay. I don't know. What have we got? My lovers. Passed on the 26th, 2020. I got a message from his spirit. Oh. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to sit with that and read it again there and try so you can call in that energy of the message that's up on the screen there. So I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. Anjo? How would you pronounce that, Meagan?
I'm not positive. Anoj?
I know.
I really could be way off. I'm welcome to my channel, by the way. I'm glad you're here. He says, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm sorry for not being able to pronounce the name, but I'm dreadful in general with these things and names in any way. So I'll just give a little go, but it's weird because you try to connect and you kind of ask, are you there to come in? And I'll be very honest, they either come in or else they can't. But there's very much so as well presence of a lady around. Okay. Can I just, where are we gone? Okay.
She pronounced correct. Excellent.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So when can I put back up that of when they passed? Okay. His name and he's passed on the 26th September. Okay. Okay. I keep on getting clicks of the finger connected to this, so I feel like it was very sudden. Please be very honest in response, because if it's not for you, because they know the time is ticking out, because somebody else tried to jump in. So so I feel like this is very, very sudden with his passing. I'm feeling slightly confused as well with his passing. I'm trying to ask him, can you give me more information on your passing? And I almost feel like there's a little bit of resistance, like I don't want to kind of totally in there because I don't want to be remembered for this, but I'm going to kind of try push it a little bit more. I'm also being brought to the back as well with him, so it'd be issues with, or else this could be yourself as well, issues with pains in the, I feel like it's in my lung areas as well. I'm feeling struggling with breathing with him. Okay, the back here. Told me too much too quick, but however, I will tell you that. But yeah, it's in my back and here, and the struggles with breathing. Okay, and the clicking, it's very sudden. I was just trying to feel where he was going to go there. But yeah, okay, we're going to go with this. 1, 2, 3. Don't know why he keeps on saying that to me. Okay, on my own. Okay, he keeps on telling me either he was on his own, or I don't feel anybody's in the like is literally around me when this is happening. I don't feel like, you know, anybody's with me. Now they could be in another part of the building, I'm unsure, but I don't feel anybody's with me, and I don't know. I feel like he's kind of quite nervous, and I don't know if he was like that during his life. Quite nervous and didn't like kind of new people or mixing with new people is the best way I can say it. But by God, did he love? Okay, so family was important to him, friends were important to him, so he was very, very close knit is what I'm being shown with him. Okay, sorry, I'm just scrolling down this. Okay, he's a little bit wavy on me, so I don't know. I'm starting to feel there was underlying issues there as well with him. I know this may have been unexpected that he had a heart attack, but I'm definitely feeling like there's some underlying issues there as well. Or maybe that he was taking medicine or medication for something else as well. That's the feeling I'm getting of him. I don't know whether that is known that there was something else. I'm sure you might know that, or there was definitely something else going on there with him. Is the feeling I'm getting with him. So if you could just type, like, kind of, if you understand that, there's a delay on it, that's no problem. We'll just go through it.
When Susan's reading for you guys, do your best to keep up with her and to validate or say you can take something or you can't, etc.
To know why it is as well, why it's so important. Also for me to get validation, but it's to constantly
connect with the energy.
Yeah, connecting with the energy, so it doesn't matter. So don't worry about it being perfect, you know, unexpected, right, sudden death, no chance to recover. Yeah, it's just the underlying issue or something else going on there with him. But look, I'm going to move that forward because there may be things that you won't know in any way for a long time and may not have been known beforehand. So, but as well with the connection with the family is very important for him. Okay, he keeps on talking about a move, so I don't know whether it's you moving, and he's encouraging a move. So you'll have to let me know on that. And I feel this is a surprise. That's the way I do it. It's like, what, a move? But he's encouraging this move, and I think it's going to be good for you. Okay, explore. So I'm feeling he's quite young. I'm feeling like he had so much to do. You know what I mean? There's a real youthful feeling to him. Loved him so much. I'm missing. Absolutely. I just feeling youth there with him. So he wants you to explore, but this is moving. So whether you have to move premises or you have to do this, and I feel that's kind of quite surprised, and maybe something that's going to be offered to come up in the future with you, but he definitely wants you to go down that road. He keeps on saying he goes everywhere with you. So you carry something belonging to him, or I don't even know whether it's some hair or it's something very personal belonging to him. Because he's saying to me, I go everywhere. Okay, I go everywhere with you, is the words I'm hearing. So I'm smiling because I'm feeling like I'm carrying it, or else I'm wearing it. So it's normally I'm carrying something. I keep on going to my hair. Could be the hair, who knows? You can let me know. But just to know that he is around you. And encouraging adventures. You need to have adventures, but everything in time. Okay, at the moment you can heal, but you be still grieving for a long time, and he'll go along with you on these adventures. But definitely, I see a move on the cards for you. Well, literally from the spirit world, not on the cards. I might go in and try and study, study, study. I keep on hearing. So explore and grow. So I don't know what that is, whether I'm in college or I'm going to do the course, but I just keep on hearing grow, study, learn. Okay, so I'm going to leave that love with you, because you know he's with you. He's a little bit bouncy. So I suppose he was a lovable guy, because he's quite energetic and bouncy there, and he's sending a lot of love. Okay. Okay. I just have to laugh at him, because he's just talking about, he says, you're highly intelligent, study. So I don't know. So that's going to help with change of job and things to do as well. So I feel like he's pushing you down that way, but only you will know this. I won't know, but I'll leave you with his love in any way. He's given me two names. Oh, I'm not going to try to say that. In my dream, don't know what is. Have you Googled? I know I'm not taken out of this, because this will be personal to you. So, you know, is it a goddess of sorts? Is it an image of sorts? The minute I read this, I get a goddess feel off it. No, but you would have to Google and see what comes up, and always go with the first thing you get. Don't start going down a rabbit hole. He will bring you to where it is, but it is like a goddess feeling. Well, obviously that's how he saw you, which is nice, you know. But there's more of that exploring and growing with you, and to keep on doing it, and that's connecting to definitely study and work and explore, and come back to me in a year then and let me know, because some things sometimes things take time, and I always say that to people in readings. You know, spirit can give us so much of the future, but not miles and miles ahead. I try not to go over a year unless they say, I think try stay within that. So I'm feeling that them choices will come up in anyway. But kind of do a bit of research on that, because that's personal between yourself and himself during the dream. That's very kind of you to find. You'll know it'll fit you when you find it. So my dear, I leave you with his love.
Awesome. That was totally awesome. I just have to share that March 28th is the day before my birthday, which is interesting.
Wow.
Gina was talking about that her dad feels her dad's planning to reincarnate into her granddaughter. And her granddaughter will be born. Interesting.
Okay, so I feel my dad is planning to reincarnate, and I feel is going to be my granddaughter will be born in March. Okay. Oh my gosh. I get chills at that, Gina. Chills at that. Look, you're in tune enough, Gina. You know what I mean? We all work in different ways, and you're in tune enough. You feel it, you know, at that, you know. And he's coming back quite early. You know what I mean? But there's a purpose. And like normally, you know, not normally, who am I to say, but majority, you know, it's a long, long time. So he's actually coming back very early. You know, for me, it's normally they're waiting for that big soul group to come back together. He may be jumping in this now for a purpose, and that would be connected with the work you do and what has to still be done here. And as I said, 2023, it's a huge year. Like I won't go into that. Like I'm in between heartache. There's an awful lot of heavy energy and light energy, and we're trying to manifest all that lovely good energy. So maybe he's jumping in a little bit early to kind of help with that as well, through Eugenia as well. So interesting, intriguing.
Jasmine says I cannot sleep. I'm back. I wanted to connect to my son. I've had 3 readings already with 3 mediums, and they cannot validate, or I cannot validate what they said. What would you do, like, when you ever have situations like that where someone's gone to several mediums and they can't validate the information? What does that usually mean?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I have had people that sometimes, as I just say, the spirit will choose the medium, and sometimes that's not the medium they want to communicate. And particularly children sometimes can be quite fussy on that as well. They can choose who our children, if they're young, old, whatever. But younger children can, I always find sometimes they can be quite fussy on that. But they pick. And maybe sometimes when somebody's grieving so badly, maybe it's the interpretation with the medium as well, that kind of you want it 100% perfect, because if they don't give that 100% perfection, that you can take that. So maybe it's just to open up a little bit more, I suppose, in receiving it. I don't know, I wasn't there at the readings now. It's just sometimes the way people bring things across, their interpretation may be a little bit off. So I get the feeling that there is a connection through one of those mediums. There had to have been something that was there, because I get the feeling that I have communicated there. So it may be that they just didn't bring it across quick enough. And obviously you have to, I know the want is there, but we're human and we can be stubborn and we want perfection. And in the mediumship, it's not always perfection, unfortunately. He'll come when the time is right. That's for sure, and he'll make himself known. I'm sure that you have many signs and symbols from him as well. Jasmine, I wonder, I don't know whether you do this work. Sometimes I find if people do work in spiritual work as well, spirit just wants to communicate with them and they don't want to go to anybody else as well. So that may be, as I'm talking, I'm trying to see, can I pull some information, even if, because we're nearly running into time now. But what I will do is I'm going to see if he's fussy and he doesn't want it, I'm not going to make it into something that it's not. It is what it is, pure honesty. It's a yes and a no. You understand, you don't, that's fine with me. Oh yeah, Megan's after saying to me there, I seen something like a dog setting the power cord. So I'm hoping that you still see me, do you? Okay, so if you still, you still. She's going to see if she can get back in. Look, we're going to roll with this. I can see some messages in any way here. Not even 1%, Jasmine. I'm saying that pressure. Don't feel the pressure at all. But I am going to try, even though we're near the time. But I'm going to try and see. Okay, I don't know why, Jasmine, because I know you say son. When we all think of son, we all think of young child. We don't think them, but I do feel young. I feel he's very, very young. God love him. Okay. Like I'm rubbing my hands. Watch how my body moves as well. But I'm definitely feeling like he's very young here. Okay. I'm angry, Jasmine. I'm getting a lot of anger, and I totally understand that you would be angry with obviously him being taken too soon, because that's the way I feel with him. I feel like I'm pearly. If you watch my face, that's normally a sign that I'm after being ill already. Okay. Sorry, I'm just, because Megan's gone there, I'm going to have to kind of roll it and try do it here on my own. Okay, or her helping in the background. Okay, so he is giving me a feeling that I'm poorly. Jasmine, I don't feel like it was a sudden. I feel it was decline with him. So I feel like I was ill for a while and I went downhill is what I'm feeling. Getting an awful lot of pains in this arm. I don't know whether I've IVs or something went on, but I feel like I've went downhill that way. Okay. He keeps on rocking back and forward. So I don't know whether this is to connect with you, Jasmine, about, what you have done, or you have rocked back and forward, or you're in a rocking chair all the time. I don't know why he's doing it, but it's almost a feeling that he's with you there, or he's acknowledging something that had happened there as well. Oh, there she is. She's back.
So okay. Sorry. My dog sat on the internet and she sat on my power cord and turned off the internet.
Sure. I said we'll give it a go, and anyway, sure. It's grand. But as I was just saying to Jasmine there, I'm going to try connect. Obviously, immediately you feel pressure when it's difficult for them. I do feel he was poorly. I do feel it was a decline. I do feel anger, and that's understandable. I'm being brought down, right down as I speak, right down to the center of my tummy here. So I don't know what the issues are in there. It's like a bang I'm after getting here. So if he's trying to get in as much information as he can, just to let me know some facts, should I say, so that the evidential kind of side of things with him. Okay. I would say to you that what's important as well is to still have faith, Jasmine. And I know you're on here and you're online here. I suppose you'll always be searching as to feeling I get for this, but it's to still have faith is what I would say, because I keep on hearing that I'm okay. I don't know what it is about. Okay. I feel like I'm on a porch or something where I'm looking out to a garden. I feel like I'm there or something is belonged to me there. So I feel like I need to acknowledge that as well. And I don't know whether that rocking comes into that as well, Jasmine, or why he's persistent on showing me the rocking. Okay, but if you could just confirm, yes, good woman. Just so I can kind of go, and I know it's difficult because it is a delay on this as well to come in. But the garden is huge for me. The standing on the porch is huge. I just see tears constantly when it comes into this. It's like I'm constantly staring, and I'm seeing images of him kind of going back and forth. If that's happening to you, Jasmine, be very aware that that is him. Okay, and I keep on seeing a sunset. I don't know whether that's letting me know that he passed kind of in that kind of when it was sunset or anything, but it's a nice image of what he's given me. And when I look at it, it's very, I suppose, heavenly kind of feeling to him. Such innocence. I keep on hearing, don't be angry, stop being angry. It's like you're looking for answers. And I don't know whether you got the answers that you should have had. I feel like you're angry with either a hospital or it's something else. Someone missed a trick is the feeling. That's the feeling I get, is that you feel that they missed something or something like that. But he's saying, don't be angry. All right, keep him saying. Don't know why there's loads of dogs around him, Jasmine. It's either you that has all the dogs, or else there's dogs in the spirit world, because I'm being shown, because I'm hearing laughter and running. So I'm running again is what I want to tell you. I'm walking again. So he was not, I don't feel he was mobile at all. Now he has his energy back and he's running and running and running. I feel like I'm sitting in my bedroom all the time. I want to go to my bedroom. I feel like my bedroom's still there, Jasmine. Apologies, I don't know how long he's gone, but I feel like it's still there. I feel, I feel like my things are still there. I want to play with my things. I want to be in my space. He likes that to be there. His voice shakes a little bit. He misses you so much and he loves you, but he is with you. It's just not in the physical sense, and he's trying damn well hard, Jasmine, because I do feel you're picking up on him. It's just working a little bit harder to get that communication. I'm laughing because as I say that, I just see a Thai truck fly past me. So I don't know whether there's a Thai truck there or something's going on with something, but I just see it fly past me. So I don't know what he's trying to say, and I feel like laughing in any way when he brings that in. So, okay. His hands are warm, and I don't know why I need to tell you. He keeps on saying, my hands are warm again. So I don't know whether he constantly had cold hands, and it's something that you notice, but he keeps on telling me, my hands are warm, my hands are warm. Okay, sweetheart, show me that. I don't know, he keeps on flexing his muscles at me as well, so I'm getting lost. So we're knowing that he's sense of humor and he's happy and he's joking around with me now, and I feel like superhero. So I don't know what the connection is to that, or that he has his strength. So either somebody's big into their superheroes at home, or there's something going on with superheroes or Marvel. I don't know what it's called. But to know he's bringing in that with you. I do feel he's around you, Jasmine, and I know you can take some of that. I don't know I know you can take that day. I don't know about the rest, obviously, and that's fine. You can pop it in, but yeah. Okay. Every time I try to move a little bit forward, I just feel like, okay. The grandfather with him in the spirit world, or great grandfather with him in the spirit world as well. Okay. Another military vibe here, and I feel like this man was in the military. He gives me a very protective feeling when he's standing around your son. I feel he's very protective of the home and the family as well. So definitely a military vibe here, and he wants to continue that vibe all the way in the spirit world as well. So he's popping in as well to say, oh, don't ever worry that you are alone. He's not alone, and he's in uniform. So it's definitely a military vibe. Here, or police, or anything like that, but definitely uniform ones. So I'll just pass that in as well. And always remember, children they're never on their own. When people pass to the spirit world, we get a download. We're going home. It's not a strange place. It's home. And for us still here, it's very hard for us to even comprehend that, because we don't remember home, but they're home. So I always know that they're in a safe place and full of love. And they get that beautiful download of the memory of home again at the moment of passing. So just to remember that, and that they come in visitation, and they can spend as much time as they want. And Jasmine, by God, he's always there with you, because until you totally feel you get your answer, that he is around you, he will constantly keep pushing until you're satisfied with that. So just know that, and I think seeing is believing with you as well. So hopefully, you may have that visual. Maybe the running up and down the garden thing, you thought you were seeing things, but that's the impression, I guess. So know that he is with you and he loves you very much.
That was beautiful.
Okay.
I want to say that Cheetah inboxed me. I'm really wanting to connect with you. So I don't know if you're drawn to her, but she lost her husband a month ago. So I'll just put that up.
Yeah.
It was.
Let me see. See, it's kind of who's drawn. Like, I could do another one at some point down the future, but just time-wise as well. Let me see.
I'd love to do this again. We could even create like a private event.
Yeah, if you are all up to it, give like comments on it, and we can set that out. Because there's so many, and I know everybody misses everybody and they love everybody. It breaks my heart, like, as well at the same time, because we could be here till tomorrow, keep it live.
It would be over an hour and a half. It's a beautiful
time.
and
everybody by putting in the comments and keeping that energy up high, and it's all going absolutely lovely. But yeah, I think probably, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm still struck by Jasmine, you see. So I'm trying to disconnect energy, but my energy is still saying, my heart's still with poor old Jasmine there, because she needed so much. Yeah, there we have. Would love to do this again. Heather. You're very welcome, Jasmine. Okay.
I just poured water all over my shirt, and luckily you can't see it because you're here.
It's hard. It's hard. No matter how long I do this, my heartstrings still get pulled a million zillion times, because you want to do. So what I'm going to do is, before we wrap up a little bit, because I think it's near time. I'm unsure where my time is. Yeah, it's time's a half.
Hour and a half. So I could totally understand if you're tired.
A general little, I suppose, what did they say? A general little card pull for everybody that's there as well, or to who it resonates with. But it is to you all, because I think this is very open in any way. But I suppose, as I keep on harping about the last, now I wasn't thinking coming into 2023 that I'd have any, this is going to be the year of whatever. I didn't. I had no expectations. I'm just going to roll with it, and I'd say that to everybody. But kind of, I would say, manifest as much as we can this year. It's not going to be handed to us on a plate. So we're going to have our battles this year, but I would definitely say we're going to have to work on that manifestation and building our reality and what we want, because it's not going to be the easiest. It hasn't been the easiest, you know, but we're really going to have to push it this year. And that just represents that these are just cards that I made. Now, I wouldn't be gifted like Gina. I didn't paint it. I just printed it and did it. So so this is letting us know that not to get in our own way. And this lovely yellow coming up here in spirit here to help us is to say be creative and kind of make those dreams come true. So it will happen attitude, you know, it's coming. And the kind of awakening. So this card always represents for me, it's kind of the beginning of a new start, so awakening. So for some people, probably delving a little bit more into the spiritual world or the spirit side of things. And don't be so hard on yourself, because everybody's been extremely hard on themselves really the last few years. But I don't know what it is since just before Christmas to now. There's an awful lot of heaviness where people are being terribly cruel to themselves. And this is where I'm talking about to manifest, you know, good into your life. I'm not going to say it's going to be that easy and handed to you on a plate, but by God, we can kind of bring that back in. And as I do always say, if we're all doing it, it just brings that energy up and up and up and up. You know what I mean? We deserve to have a happy life. I'm not going to say, as I said, sometimes it's not always easy, but by God, we should damn well fight for it. You know what I mean? And I'm for fighting for it. So this is the peace card. Just as I go to put that down, this comes out. So to bring ourselves peace and happiness. And so, yeah, I missed that, what that was popped up, but I kind of caught it there. Yeah, exactly. So we need to do that for ourselves in whatever way, shape or form is our happiness. Kind of give it a go in any way. But people get too hard on themselves when they don't get it, and they say, well, that's not fair because I deserve it. I mean, maybe it's just not the right time. Maybe we just have to keep them pushing forward. And I suppose it's a testament to the strengths, isn't it, of how much I most certainly don't get handed it on a plate. You know what I mean? And none of us do. Not one of us are special. We all have to sometimes, as they do say here, pull up the big girl panties or big boy panties or whatever and march on. Okay? So sometimes we have to do that for ourselves. Yeah, it was lovely. I enjoyed being here this evening.
This was amazing. You are amazing. You are all really appreciate you being here and you being here, Susan, and everybody here. And hello, John, and hello, Kim McElwain. Hello, everybody. I love you all. So there's at least one person I just had to give her your personal Facebook, just where can people find you if they want to book readings? They
can find me on Lavender Hills Spiritual Connections page on Facebook. They can message me on that. They can message me on Instagram on Susan Psychic Medium, I think it is. And there is a website that it's just about done and finished, and there'll be hopefully I have a few readers already, so that it'll be online readings at a set price, not this by the minute kind of phone call thing. It'll be a set price. And I want readers from all over the world on it. And obviously I'll be interviewing them and we'll all be working together on that. So that'll be a nice, safe place as well. Like, and hopefully in the next 3 months that's the end of it. The website's done and everything. It's just getting them up. So that'll be there. And that says workshops, everything that's going on in anyway. So that'll be fab. But you can contact me that way. I suppose that's the best. For those that are in Ireland, WhatsApp is handy as well. Like I don't know if you've WhatsApp, you know, overseas or in England or anything like that as well. But a message on WhatsApp as well, because it can be done online. I
found your Facebook. Guys, I'm going to pin this. This Lavender Hill Spiritual Connections for Susan Morris, her business page on Facebook. And I know although many of you are on YouTube. Hello. So yeah, I pinned that. And how can they reach you on WhatsApp?
But just by the phone number will be on that page, Lavender Hill. So it'll have the details and it'll actually have a button to hit for WhatsApp as well. Well, it should do. It'll have all that on that page. And the same with Instagram as well, just Susan Psychic Medium.
Best way for them.
yeah, I think it's easier that way. Yeah, and the email information as well is on that page. So if you feel, you know, more comfortable emailing, you can email me. All the information's on Lavender Hill and anyway there.
All right, perfect. Absolute pleasure. And everybody have an amazing night. I will talk to you all soon. And keep an eye out. Hang on one second. I have the next one coming up on February 3rd, and it's Debbie Charlton. So it's trance medium Debbie Charlton. So join me then for Conversations with C, and you will definitely see, because she is incredible, really. Thank you.
Okay, thanks so much. These are all lovely.